What is going on, everybody? How we living?
What
I
is
got my great friend Sean with me today. How we doing?
How you doing, brother? I'm good.
I'm doing good, bro. So I got some good questions for you, bro. What was the inspiration behind getting into videography?
Like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, like 4 years ago, I had paid a videographer to do a job and never got the work. It was, a couple weeks later, I hit him up. Hey, where's that? How we doing on that? Oh, we're good. A couple months later, same thing. Then I eventually realized I was never getting the work.
Wow.
Realizing that, I went through that, I never wanted somebody to go through that again.
Absolutely not.
And truthfully, I had to, get my mind to learning videography, and then I just got into it. Tried to learn as much as I could. I've met mentors, a lot of great people that have taught me a lot of things in it, and it has brought me a long way, and I love it.
Yeah, that's beautiful, bro. And it's very cool about the story because you're in a spot where it's like that work was what kind of flicked that spark in you to say, you know what? That's some pretty shady business that this guy was doing. I'm just gonna go hard and just show that my value is worth being compensated for. And how has like content creation and cutting up things, doing things within your own way of creativity shaped what you do now?
Well, it's like you are in a bunch of different avenues, but you don't love all of them, but you do all of them because, really it's what pays the bills,
Yeah,
and you have to, be able to do certain things, but you have your certain love in the field, and that's really why you do it.
absolutely. That's great. Say somebody's really going to go into the entrepreneur field, right? Because a lot of people don't take that step ever because they're a little bit uncomfortable with going from a 9 to 5 into working for yourself. How would you encourage somebody to gain that mindset and say, all right, let me take that first step into the entrepreneur field and really work towards my own dreams and my own goals?
It's hard to say that because a lot of it is really knowing that you have to love what you're doing first. It sounds cliche, whatever, but you have to love it. And if you don't love it, you're gonna really you're gonna hate it.
Yeah.
Truthfully, somebody could say they love real estate, they get into it, they just want to be rich.
Yeah,
Be real.
that's it. Yeah.
And if you love something and you really go for it, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, and that's awesome. How did you find that passion within what you're doing right now?
I definitely would say it's God. He
Yeah.
showed me that, I thought I was gonna do something, go down a certain path, and he led me down this path, and it's really been a blessing.
Beautiful. And finding God, especially when you are looking for certain things to do in life and you don't really know which path to go down, is huge and so beneficial because having someone almost just got a little bit of guidance, it always helps within whatever you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's awesome that you found passion within what you're doing too, because a lot of people don't really know where to start and they don't know what to do. They think, oh, I don't have a passion for anything. Well, just start trying to do stuff. Would be my advice to you guys. Just start trying to do stuff and figure out what you like and what you dislike. Keep pushing forward, and you'll eventually find something that fits what you feel comfortable with doing and enjoy. And when you enjoy something, that's when you're going to push out much better work.
Right. And sometimes, in the beginning, there's so many different avenues, especially with videography. There's a lot of great companies that that you can work for if you want to get into wedding stuff. There's a lot of great people that would, if you ask them that you really want to learn, they'll teach you no matter what. If you want to learn, people are going to really help you. So
That's
what it comes
nice.
down to.
Yeah. And YouTube's a big teacher as well, I bet.
YouTube's a huge teacher.
Yeah.
But it is to a certain extent, and really you have to work with people. Basically, people have to be there to guide you and to really show you what you're doing wrong. I think it's there's a lot of great schools for it too. Crazy story, where I live now, there is a gentleman who has taught me so much, and he's my neighbor. When I had moved here a year ago, I never would have thought that my neighbor and his son-in-law have traveled all across the world doing videography.
Wow.
His son-in-law has done videos for Biggie, for Nas, for Jay-Z, and this gentleman, he's my neighbor. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
what a string of luck. Like, what are the
crazy.
possibilities?
No, I'm telling you, it's so crazy.
That's awesome. That's insane. Yo, so you've done different work within videography. You've done shooting music videos, uh, actually working for car companies. Go in a little bit in depth of that and how you've seen different avenues within videography, what you like more about shooting those different scenes.
I've done music videos, weddings. I've worked with businesses, a lot of different avenues. Can go from being in a club one night with rappers to being at a church the next day shooting a wedding.
Wow.
And it's literally been like that.
Yeah,
I've
that's
had
crazy.
nights like that. You're in a lot of different places. Basically, sometimes it feels like at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's a lot sometimes. And it's not necessarily for everybody.
Yeah, and you have to definitely create a good schedule and routine on how to keep everything in order, would you say?
It's impossible to have a schedule, especially when you have to edit, you know, and it's just a lot.
Just a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Absolutely.
And everything is a lot of work.
Yeah,
And
whatever you do, honestly, if you really have passion for something, especially if you take that step off of going from that natural route and you're saying, I want to create this for myself, you're going to have to put in so much more time and effort into what you're doing and creating almost not perfect content, but close to very good and great quality content. So you can keep pushing out stuff. And, you know, at the end of the day, if you push out good quality content, you're going to feel good about yourself too. Not just the people that you're impacting, but yourself, because you say, oh, wow, like I created this. And when you see that final product of what you created, it puts a smile on your face sometimes. You know, it really makes you feel good about, wow, like I just took something from nothing and turned it into something that potentially millions could share. So it's really awesome. Anything about creating, I love.
There's so many different niches in videography. And I never thought I would be going to like fashion shows. You know what I mean? But I love them. They're so cool.
I saw those videos. Awesome, bro.
Yeah, they're cool. It's kind of like not easy stuff, but it's like as long as you have like your setup, you know what I mean, and you have the space for it, because those places are crowded, especially with photographers, videographers.
Absolutely.
You're literally so crowded. You're shooting over people's shoulders. So it's like a crazy experience.
You have cameras like these in there, so you don't want somebody to damage the camera either.
It's not even about that.
No,
it's just about like it's just about
trying to get that angle.
Trying to get the shot, and it's so difficult sometimes to get the shot, but as long as you get it, it's like it makes it fun. Those have been my only videos to go viral. You know, the one video right now is at like 3.4 million, and I'm like I don't even know. It's just like it seemed like it was just such a simple shot, but that's what people like. So it's
like the simplicity aspect to it all.
Right. So it's like I'm gonna keep on going. I've had the opportunity to work with this gentleman who is signed to Louis Vuitton. I just did a show for him. It was really awesome. Awesome experience.
Bro. Yeah.
Awesome experience. Like being backstage with them. It was just really cool.
Yeah. So you talked about getting the shot, right? Yeah. And we talked about this a little bit prior. But when you talk about getting the shot, it's like sometimes there's only that one opportunity that you're going to be able to get that perfect shot. Because like we were talking about, a person only gets married one time. So you have to be almost perfect at what you're doing.
Yeah, but that's why a lot of people don't like doing weddings.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that don't.
But even on the fashion strip, you know, on the walk, they're only going out one time. I mean, maybe a few times actually. I haven't been to one, but still, it's definitely tough getting that shot when they first go, and you're like, oh wow, that's a sick outfit they got on. I want to get this perfect, and then say you mess something up, it's like I only had that one shot. So that's interesting, and that could put a lot of pressure on people starting out within videography as well.
Yeah, it all. The thing about it is that because there's so many different avenues in life, you can literally just pick something that you love and just shoot that. If you like to shoot art, you can shoot art. You like, you know what I mean? There's so many different things. If you like to shoot people working out, you could do, you know, gym videography or photography,
for sure.
Whatever it is. There's literally everything. You could be somebody that flies drones for their NASCAR. There's this guy now that's
endless possibilities.
Dude, there's this drone that just came out. It literally flies like 300 miles an hour.
Wow.
It's the fastest drone in the world, and it keeps up with the F1 cars. Not 300 miles an hour. I think it does reach that, but I'm not too sure.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Technology's advancing at insane rates.
It's
So I wonder what
crazy.
these cameras are going to drop as well in the future, like 2024, 2025. They got to be coming up with some crazy stuff. I'm sure like
They already have crazy stuff
they
though.
already
They have
do. Yeah.
they
It's about capturing that crisp quality.
Yeah, man. I was like looking at this video of an Ari last
Mhm.
night. Those cameras are very expensive, but
Ari?
yeah,
Okay.
look it up.
Yeah.
It'll amaze you. Just like look them up. Like really
Yeah.
get into it. And if you like to do, you know what I'm saying, I applaud you for doing the podcast. Because obviously, like I said earlier, I'm used to being behind the camera. So for me,
Yeah.
it's like I'm nervous definitely to be on here. But I thank you for having me.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I
Thank
mean?
you for coming on. I
Yeah.
appreciate you popping out here and
Yeah.
sharing what you have to say about what you're doing right now. So it's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it gives people like hope to do it. I mean, don't do it because you see everybody else doing it. Just
Yeah.
do it because even there's so many different avenues, like I said, that you could take with it. And then
Absolutely.
it could just be videoing yourself going hiking, you know, anything.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah.
could find different angles and just really make it awesome and make it like storytelling. Like, 'cause
For
that's the
sure.
biggest thing.
So the people that are just getting into videography and they don't know where to start because there's so much content, so much knowledge that they have to consume to get to, I guess, a professional level. What would you say to start them out in, and how would they just start shooting? What would you say? Just start shooting?
Just start shooting. Just-
Yeah.
You could have a GoPro, you could have a phone, like anything.
Yeah.
Just start shooting.
Just keep going.
Just do it.
Consistency, I'm sure, is huge within that as well.
Yeah, you have to want it. Like it was crazy. Like years ago, I never skated in like high school. I was never like a skateboarder. Then one day, like it was honestly, I skated a little bit, but like once
Yeah.
COVID hit, I literally was like, yo, I'm gonna teach myself skating.
Yeah,
And I got-
everybody's things shut down. Might as well.
Dude, I got pretty good. It was
Yeah, I
like,
remember.
crazy.
Yeah.
I got pretty good. And it's like I could do all these things that like
Mhm.
as a kid, like I dreamed about. And I never wanted to like skate stairs or this or that.
Yeah.
But there was just certain things that like it taught me that I could really do so much. And then literally
Absolutely.
during that, same thing with guitar. I never played guitar.
Yeah.
I taught myself partially how to play guitar, and then I got a tutor for 4 or 5 months. Dude, it taught me so much.
Wow.
It taught me so much, and just another thing that like during COVID that taught me to literally whatever I want, whatever I put my mind to, I can do. So I, put those things, not the guitar, but I, put skating to the side, and I picked up videography. And once I picked up videography, I fell in love with it, and I just took it as far as, God will allow me to take it.
That's beautiful, bro. And that's huge what you just said. That impact could be ginormous on anybody that's out there listening. Really, don't set limits on what you think you can achieve. If you think that you want to do something and you believe, I want to do this. I want to create this. I want to learn this. Guitar, skateboarding, videography, anything. Learning how to start a clothing brand. Go out and try. If it's something that you think you want to do, you could really learn almost anything within what you're physically capable of doing. So don't set limits on yourself. Really believe that you can do something and put the work in. Obviously, it's not going to come overnight, but you can learn something and you could benefit tenfold, and you could change the people's lives around you from learning one thing that you thought, you know what, maybe I should try to learn this because I feel like I could. So bottom line, you're capable of a lot more than you think, and you could do anything that you set your mind to, just as you were saying. So don't put limitations on yourself. Keep pushing, keep striving towards what you want to do and the life that you want to create.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.